Hello everyone, welcome to jobskillshare.org. So we are continuing a series that is resolving tickets pertaining to IT network issues. Today we're going to discuss the topic. The topic is ACL, Access Control List. So we are following our module that is Cisco Core Networking Knowledge, and we are performing troubleshooting labs from that. So you can see today's ticket is issue in ACL. So there is a server PLAB CSC001 that cannot communicate with NY-X1 switch. So it is not pinging that switch, so we will check the ACL. You can see the server is having 192.168.16.20 IP and NY-X1 switch is having management IP 192.168.16.20. So we will check the issue and troubleshoot the configuration. So we will check the configuration from this command show running config and check the switch configuration. You can see over here the switch is having IP address 192.168.16.20 over here, and it is having ACL standard ACL 90, and this is the configuration, and we have the configuration over here. So now we will try to ping from the server. If we check to ping from the server 192.168.16.20, it is not pinging. So we will, if we remove the ACL, then we can see it is pinging or not. So basic troubleshooting step, we will configure the permanent deny ACL in the other labs. So that's the simple configuration. If we remove the ACL, no IP access list 90. So you can see over here, no IP access list 90. Yep. So we will remove the ACL, no IP access list standard 90. So this is now removed. So we have removed the ACL completely. Now we will try to ping the server itself, switch itself on the server. Now it is pingable. You can see because it was a deny rule on the switch within the access list. If we remove the ACL now, server can communicate with the switch. This is the basic troubleshooting step that we have done. So what is the solution? Configure correct ACL. In this lab, we remove the ACL, but in the next lab, we will configure particular IPs to be allowed and removed that we don't want to allow. So this is now allowed and no ACL is there. And all the configuration is now running and pinging the switch from the server. Issue in standard ACL that has been applied on the scenario. Hereby, PLAB CSC001 PC or server cannot communicate with NY-H1 router. So we need to check this because this server is PLAB CSC001 having IP 192.168.16.10. It cannot access this NY-H1 router that is having IP on this interface gigabit 0.0.192.168.16.50. So we will check the scenario on the practice lab. So you can see we are on this PC PLAB CSC001. We're trying to ping the IP 192.168.16.50 that is configured on NY-H1 router. It is not able to ping that. So we need to see what is blocking this IP to ping this IP. And the IP of this server is as follows. IP config /all. We will check the IP of the server. IP config /all. This will give you all the detail. This server is having IP 192.168.16.10. So if we go on to the NY-H1 router, we will see the configuration from this command show running config, and you can see all the detail over here of this router configuration. Gigabit Ethernet 0/0 interface is having IP 192.168.16.50, and we have access group 50 configured in the in direction, and hereby you can see we have a access list of deny. We are allowing all the traffic or all the IPs which permit any, but this is denying the host 192.168.16.10. That is the host of this server PLAB CSC001. That is why it is not pinging. So we will do is we will remove this no access list 50 50 is the access list number. That is the standard ACL. 50, deny, deny. So no access list 50 deny. We need to enter this. This is now removed. We can check this. Now we can try to ping this interface. This access list is removed. Ping 192.168.16.50. This is now pingable. You can see we remove the deny command from the access list to allow this traffic in the standard ACL, that was ACL 50. So moving on to the solution. Solution was allowing the host IP PLAP CSCO01 on access list 50 of NY-H1 router interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0, whereby denied command was removed and the IP was allowed and the traffic was permitted. Thereby, standard ACL was now allowing this IP to ping the NY-H1 router. Extended access control list. You can follow the full lectures on Cisco Core Networking Knowledge topic or the module. Today's ticket is issue in extended ACL. The PLAB CSCO01 server cannot communicate with NY-WAN1 router. So we need to troubleshoot the ACL and what is blocking that. The scenario is simple. We have a PLAB CSCO01 server that is having IP 192.168.16.10 and it is not communicating with the WAN1 router which is having IP 192.168.16.50. So we will troubleshoot that issue. So now we are on the NY-WAN1 router. We would like to show you the configuration. Show running config. This will give you all the scenarios configured. The configuration on the NY-WAN1 router. So you can see over here the router is having IP 192.168.16.50 on interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0. We have access group configured in the inward direction. If we move down, we can see there is an extended ACL. Because ACL number is 100, that is it means that it is extended ACL. It is denying IP from source 192.168.16.10. That is the IP of the server to the destination. That is the IP of the NY-WAN1 router. So it means this deny IP is blocking that. If we try to ping from the server this IP, it is unable to ping that. You can see over here the ping, it is not able to ping that. So if we can modify the ACL, if we try to rectify this and we need to troubleshoot it, we need to block it, we need to remove the deny access list. So what we can do is, so we can now configure terminal access list 100. So we have to remove this access list. We can remove no access list 100. This is now removed. Now if we check the ping, we are removing the access list, basic troubleshooting to allow the access, and we try to ping the server or the interface IP of the router again. You can see the scenario. It should be able to ping that. You can see the ping is now accessible. The IP is accessible now. So that was the issue, whereby source and destination were defined to block the connectivity between the two using extended ACL. So now you can see what is the solution. Solution was allow the host IP of PLAB CSCO01 on the extended ACL 100. You can see we removed the deny access list and we could able to make the communication possible. So this was how the access list was configured, especially extended ACL was configured on this scenario. Thank you.